Hello everyone, I hope you are well. It's Nick here, back in the hot seat, and we're going to review on the Commodore 64, as you can quite clearly see, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, it's a game we previously looked at on the ZX Spectrum, which I liked, and a Commodore Amiga, which I thought was brilliant, so let's see how it plays on the Commodore 64. Now, based of course on the film The Empire Strikes Back from 1980, but this game came out in 1988, produced by Domark, converted from the arcade cabinet. It's a game of vector graphics, broke over 4 stages which run into each other. There's one called the Pro Droids, where you blow them up, the Battle of Hoth against AT-ATs and Imperial Walkers, Space Battle, and then an asteroid field. So there's all the different levels we can select. If we don't pick one, it will pick one for us, so I don't know what it's picked. There's a Star Destroyer there, I think, and off we go on the planet of Hoth. Now we're in a snowspeeder and must destroy all these probe bots, because they're trying to track down the Imperial base. Now, if we destroy a number of them, we get a letter. If we spell out the word Jedi, then we get some bonus points. Now, Empire Strikes Back, a film by 20th Century Fox, directed by Irvin Kershner, and a story by George Lucas. Now, you see our shields on the top there on 5. If we take a hit for any of these things, the shield will go down. When it goes down to 0, we've had it. So it seems like it's running slower than the ZX Spectrum version, but it's still not too bad. Right, Imperial Walkers now, stage 2. The ZX Spectrum seemed to handle this a little bit better. Oh, we seem to be firing our tow cables. I didn't really want to do that, but there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. So we'll see how far we can get on this one. 1988, the sequel to Star Wars, which we reviewed last week at time recording. So if you haven't already, have a look at that. Have a look at the Spectrum views as well, so you can compare them together. Some games are better on the Commodore 64 than the Spectrum, some are better on the Spectrum than the Commodore 64. Not too aware about the Amstrad CPC games. Right, let's hit this thing. But yeah, it's a little bit slower on this one, but it's acceptable for the era. Boom! And you never see that in The Empire Strikes Back. A lone snowspeeder blowing up an AT-AT. Boom! As it turns into 2 white squares, or dice maybe, of having a game of Monopoly. The Empire Strikes Back, and still my favourite film out of the whole of the Star Wars franchise, which seems to be growing by about a couple of films a year now. Han Solo, Rogue One. Rogue One wasn't too bad. The Last Jedi, let's not talk about that too much. The Force Awakens, which I did like, but I still like the original trilogy the best. But that's just a nostalgia growing up thing maybe, or maybe they are the best. What do you think? I saw in a forum once, after the prequels had come out, people calling for the originals to be remade. Oh my god. No, don't do that. They wanted them remade so they look more like the prequels. Ah, no way, Jose. It's bad enough George Lucas doing those digital remakes and stuff, but you know, enough's enough. Is there going to be too many Star Wars films out there? Well, quite probably. So this game is okay, I think, without being sensational. There's another letter for Jedi there. We spelt that. Now, you see our progress on that blue square above, that blue rectangular thing. When that red thing, I believe, is at the end, we might have done it. Unless I've got that wrong. Right, are we there? Yes, moving. It's moving. It's moving and a grooving. Right, next to this AT-AT thing, get it in the head. You might see a red square on some of these. When we shoot that, that's its weak point, and the whole thing will explode. Return of the Jedi, I think also come out on the Commodore 64, but they abandoned the vector graphics and went for a more traditional, like isometric sort of game, where you start off on Endor on a speeder bike, and then later on you get to fly the Millennium Falcon, and you do get to go back on Endor and pilot an Imperial Scout Walker, I think they're called as well. You might remember those from Return of the Jedi on Endor. It's that one that Chewbacca and an Ewok commandeered. Dun 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 dun. So that's that stage done. So we're off to the space battle. We must destroy all these TIE fighters. I think the game must have defaulted to easy mode, because I wouldn't be doing this well normally. TIE fighters, shoot TIE fighters for bonus. We need to shoot 5 of them. Well, we've already got a couple of them, I think. Don't let them hit you. Now those red bits getting at us, there we go, flashed our hits to our shields. That's the first hit we've taken in the game. Shields gone down to 4. Here they come. It's not over yet. Don't get cocky. Now these are lines from Star Wars, not The Empire Strikes Back, before someone corrects me. I know this stuff. I got a bad feeling about this. Right, asteroid storm, and they're nice and round like tennis balls. We go, just move up and, oh god, I'm not doing very well here. It used to be a cheat if you just go down in the corner. You see we're in the Millennium Falcon now. Then you'd avoid it. One more hit and we're doomed. I think we've done it, I think. So we've got right round, but we've got no shields left. So I'm pleased with that. Who's that? That's not Darth Vader. That's some kid that stole a mask from a Halloween shop. Anyway, so we got round 1 on easy mode. So then it goes to medium mode where it's a bit more difficult. We've got no shields left, of course. So let's sock it to these probe droids again. Your tool to freeze before you hit the first marker. Well, I'll see you in hell, or something similar. Good old Harrison Ford. He was the best Han Solo, wasn't he? He's got to be the best Han Solo. At some point, when CGI's got to a point, they'll make another Han Solo film, and it will star Harrison Ford, probably in about 50 years' time, and you won't be able to tell the difference between computer graphics and the real actor. And they'll be able to take anyone and do any story they want, and it'd probably end up being cheaper than getting real actors in, and that's a scary thought. But the graphics on this game, 1988, they couldn't have used in the film. That is for sure. I'm still doing quite well. How am I still alive here? Tow cable away. Let's try and save a tow cable to hit one of these big AT-ATs, because I'd like to floor one. Right, I've only got 1 tow cable left. I don't know why it's firing them automatically, and maybe I should have reconfigured stuff. So I've got 1 left. Let's look for a big AT-AT thing. Dun 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 dun. Use the force, Luke. Well, I'd rather use this gun. There's one, right. Tow cable. Let's tow cable it, and we might be able to see it collapse. There we go. There it goes. Goes round the legs, and it's collapsed. Excellent stuff, and it turns into 2 ice cubes, like all of its friends before itself. Can we go around on medium as well? Not too many of these things to kill as we defend the rebel base. We just want to delay these things enough so we can escape in our transporters, which was at the beginning of the Empire Strikes Back film, which you probably know. Well, quite near the beginning anyway. Da 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 da. Feel free to make your own music. I do at any time, completely random. Make sure it's relevant though. You don't want you going into Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees or something. That makes no sense. But staying alive is a good tip though. So, you know, maybe it wasn't so silly in the first place. Carry on. Carry on. Where's Wedge? I mean, if one snow speeder took out this amount of Imperial walkers, he'd come back an absolute hero. Especially with no shields. We've had no shields for quite some time now in this vector graphic sort of world. I think we just need to shoot one more thing and we'll be off that stage again. Detach tow cable. We spelt Jedi again. We need the letter D, do we? Or have we done it? We've got E. Right, okay, fly. Hoth's a good place to go on holiday, but you need a few coats, I think. Right, is that the end? If we can get round twice, that'd be unbelievable. Just get back to the space battle, and I think with no shields, the space battle's going to be a bit tough for me to do. Can't have too many more of these things to kill. Come on, just go. Power generator destroyed, it says. So that means the Imperials must have destroyed our base, and we've got to get out of here as soon as possible, because the shield is down. So it's a good feeling, because it probably means we've done this stage. Look at the graphic there on the top right. That white arrow, it's nearly at the end of the rectangle. We're going to zoom in on the base, I think. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Right, back to the space battle, and we're probably going to die quite quickly now. Save your shield. That's another one dead. Come on. I mean, the life of a TIE fighter pilot wasn't that much, was it, really? I mean, I don't think they had any like significant pension scheme, because none of them actually made it to pensionable age. I mean, if you're joining the Empire, do not sign up for TIE fighter pilot practice, because it takes ages to learn how to fly it, and then you're destroyed within about 30 seconds. I'm just picking them off quite easily here. Right, back to the asteroid storm. Oops. Right, oh, it's game over. We're kabooted. The The Millennium Falcon has been destroyed. Game over. So that was quite a long go. I wasn't really expecting that. So yeah, I prefer the Spectrum version just because it seemed to be going faster, and I preferred the Amiga version just because of the speech, and that was faster as well. But this version's okay. If I'd had a Commodore 64 back in the day, I wouldn't have been too disappointed. So thanks for watching that again. If you've got any comments about that, then please put those below. Anything Star Wars or retro, you're more than welcome. A huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far. It's a big help. If you haven't already, please consider doing so. It does get those numbers up. If you'd like to help a bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help, and I really do mean that. But watching the videos helps too, so thank you for stopping by and watching it this distance. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.